disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now, fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men came in. That disco man must be a cell.
A girl on the ice?
March 51. I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer in our old office in Martinez. Can't do anything about it. The storekeepers...
I knew it wasn't a good idea to...
No. It was a great idea. March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles. Crackers. Ping energy drink. You're really interrupted by the sound. A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
Yes, you are breaking.
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCM, you see.
You won't find any answers from here. It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now please give me...
We should talk to her.
What is it? No, you just printed out my personal log and wasted some paper. Yes. Or...
She doesn't seem surprised to be recognized. Rather sad. Something passes...
I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 60... If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can...
Did she say over 16 years of experience? That still doesn't answer what she's doing in an abandoned church.
No. Yes. No. You're right. I'm not. What? No.
She has not seen her, sire. 'Tis true.
I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything. I use the AR-1 as my RAIN Prefect processing unit. RAIN Prefect is my radio computer. Yes? You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you? All right. Well, all radio computers perform operations up on air. So in order to gain more processing power, you need to invest... I guess it is. So far, I've been quite satisfied with it. But it's not the cheapest one on the market. So I wouldn't recommend it for... Anyway, you should do some research before you decide to buy anything.
She liked telling me this. It calmed her nerves.
I'm working.
The machine seems almost alien with its pulse.
Could you just... shh for a moment?
It's not just rudeness. It really is hard to concentrate on whatever she...
They are connected to my RAIN Prefect. Whatever you do...
Short and terse.
Great. You really like those questions, don't you? I'm conducting scientific research here. I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
Wait, what? She's looking for a disruption in the radio. The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say it.
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated. Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, it has been what do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have?
Easy. You measure it by the world around it.
Exactly. Very true. That's what I've been aiming for. That's why I have those basins. But honestly, it's not progressing very well. Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
Only a faint crisscross of rafters can be...
There's this place at the back of the church. A place where all audible vibrations seem to cease.
The Pillar of Silence? Are you sure?
Maybe. But it's oddly close to the physical coordinates of the data loss that led me to this place. I know. No.
She sounds mildly annoyed by this line of questioning. Her hands typing hundreds of commands into the machine.
Because it's just trial and error. Trying to locate the swallow, the exact point in space. And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work. Great. Thanks. Do I look like someone who has time for side...
If you want her help, maybe you should help her first.
The swallow, you mean? Great. Thanks. What?
I bet she hasn't even heard it.
Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No idea what it has. This is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some... Take a guess, why don't you? I can't believe they got you so easily. Go have a...
Good luck. I'm not coming in there.
Revacholian nationhood. The Revacholian state will be a serene place. You should get a drink. A beautiful, serene place of mystery and peace. It will not be a place for women to infect with their frailty and hysterics, or where the Seminese will be allowed to wear their pants around their ankles. All of that will go once you get a drink. The social...
Hi again. So, how are things going? Oh yeah, that's a meteor and name for the...
If you don't know what the founding party is, there might be a way to mask it with minor demagoguery.
Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know? I can't give you a Yes? Yes? What's the deal? A programmer? That's odd. What was she like? Did you ask her...
What a pity! That's my favourite thing in the world!
A shame. What can we do now? Do you see a way out of this jam?
Unity! Dance!
And you can't just evict her?
Look at you!
No, Noid. He's right. Maybe we've approached it the wrong way after all. If that's okay with her, we only...
The lines in the dark exist! At least Crabman seems like an advanced...
Yeah, he can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer, does she like Nordic dance music?
Egghead cannot believe what you just said. It makes him pump the jam a little.
No worries. We'll figure it out. If coexisting fails, you can always muscle her out, right? If it's all okay with you, what do you think? Oh man! But the drug lab was like an integral...
For me, it was my favourite part. Chemistry's great. I mean, Nordic music is great and all.
Excitement bubbles up in you. Maybe you should blast some of these drugs right here in this tent.
See?
Excellent! Good luck, my friend. Goodbye, officer.
The young man.
This is hardcore. It's hardcore! Skibber-dee, skibber-danger.
Your cop training did not prepare.
Back to the hardcore! It's hardcore! Skibadis.
Your cop
The club. True. Hard. Hardcore. Yeah!
This young man adds a capital G before the H in his yeags and args. This produces, or maybe it's not Godvolium. Maybe it's Oranese. Probably an homage to Oranje, where Arno van Eyck is from. Judging by his name, could you be listening to an Arno van Eyck creation?
You know about him?
You know Van Eyck? Wow!
The skinny wraith looks at you with some disbelief.
So am I! So am I!
Oh! Is that why they call you?
Eckert to the mega! The K became the G! The boy became the man! The Advent? We're close. True, hard, full, car! It's hardcore! Skibadis.
Your cop
True, hard, full, hardcore! Hardcore to the mega! Here comes the club. True, hard, full, hardcore! Hardcore to the internally coherent. All car, all right!
He furrows his brow as his very large
Hardcore! Ah! Is it though? But is it? I mean, really? I am the mic enforcer. The club. True. Hard. Hardcore. Hardcore to the internally coherent. All car. All right.
He furrows his
Hardcore. Is it though? One mind. The club. True. Hardcore. Hardcore. Internally coherent. Good morning, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yekokata. The place. Yekokata is.
Yekokata is an abbreviation, an intricate system of irrigation networks pockmarking the earth. Intermittent seas of
The club. True. Hardcore. Internally coherent. All car. All right. Yeah.
He furrows.
Hardcore. Is it though? But is it? I mean, really? I am the mic enforcer. The club. True. Hard. Internally all car.
He furrowed.
Hard. Is it though? But is it? I mean, really? Under the radar. The club. True. Hard. Internally coherent. All car. All. Gotta get the people going. Yeah. Request. The close. True. Hard. Internally coherent. All car. All. Gotta get the people. I'm the party boy. It's my job. 2 on a track. Watch your back. The true. Hard. Internal. All car.
He furrows.
Hard. Is it though? But is it? I mean, really? I am the mic. The true. Hard. All car.
He furrows.
Hard. The question is, what is the question? But there was a question? The true. Hard. All car.
He furrowed.
Hard. The question is, what? But there was no.
Huh? I see you're here again. Off.
Hello again.
Yes, what is it? I don't want to make anything work. Yes, anything.
It's not the anodic dance music that's made her bitter. It's the failure of Fortress.
That's right. If we couldn't get our Welkins to happen, I don't want anything to happen.
There's not a trace of irony in her voice. She means it. Easy. When her research is done, she can move out.
What? No, I don't really need any help with the project.
She thinks about it. A glassy look in her eye.
All right. Bring me the game's offside copy from my old workspace, if you really want to help. It's stored on a filament memory, and I'm unable to go and fetch it myself. Yeah, that's the one. You can get in through the bookshop. You just have to do some explain. Good. Then you might know the giant ice bear fridge in the building's cellar. The filament in the giant ice bear fridge. I just...
But you've been to the fridge and it wasn't there. There was a note saying...
Wait. A note from whom? Did it specify where they took the filament memory? Jawiza. Of course. Our project lead, Suliswov Jawiza. God, he was always like it would have made a difference. The offside copy was perfectly safe when the data loss happened. And the heads... I won't even get in.
Valley of 1,000 Heads. You like the sound of that.
This is getting ridiculous. Can't you just defrost it?
There's a solution, but she doesn't want to hand it over to you yet. It's a thing. Something she holds dear.
The bookstore lady hates me. Says I'm part of the curse. Because she's from Martinez, and people from Martinez have never ever seen a radio computer. She thinks it emits elemental evil. Yes, but she literally started...
The lieutenant coughs.
Once I came in one morning, only to find that my terminal was full of those strange trinkets and amulets. Wards. Wait, what? Whose...
You know, we don't actually have to tell the entire world about the fridge.
Whose body is it? You put it there? You put a dead body inside... Okay... There...
We would appreciate it if...
Who would I tell? My mother? I don't have anyone to tell. And if I did, I wouldn't. I don't care. It's a backup of my former employer's project. The radio game we were working on.
She's making it.
The backup itself is destroyed now. But I'm hoping to use what's left of it to...
Hold on. If it's called an offsite copy, then why is it...
Oh God, not this again.
Basement? Sounds...
And no. Taking it outside the building wouldn't have protected it from the data loss. We clear?
This is clearly a painful topic for her.
Thanks. And here's my Kvalsund multitool. You might need it to hack loose some ice. It opens everything. If you get me the offside copy, then you can keep the Kvalsund.
It hurts a bit for her to say this. She's not too happy to be parting with the Kvalsund, the legendary Kvalsund multi-tool. This is Prybar version 2.0 for professionals like you. Regular law official. You've done it, Harry. Whatever else you are, you're also boring now. It was not easy. You spent most of your life trying to funk up every nook and cranny of your personality. When someone says something political, the first 3 thoughts in your head are a ludicrous hodgepodge of communism, fascism, and stock tips. When they ask you why you did something, it's superstardom, apocalypse, or the mea culpas of the flagellant. This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice... This orange machine is dead still. Ice squeaks beneath your Kavalzun multi-tool. And it's already unplugged. There's not much else to do other than wait for it to defrost or bulk up. This orange machine is dead still. Ice squeaks and it's already unplugged. This orange machine is dead still. Ice groans and howls under the strain of your giant Kavalzund. Darkness lies inside, but you can faintly make out an object. You gently lift the cube.
We should take it back to Miss Lucan killed as soon as possible. I'm not sure how well.
Yes, but aren't you curious? Tiles on the cube are still small. The filament slides out like a smooth draw. The speaker comes.
Good evening. Please repeat. Is this the offside copy? Good. Please repeat. No, that's...
Maybe it's the second part of the leitmotif you saw on the stained glass window.
Good. I've unlocked the...
Ka-ching.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can... Thank you.
Tiles on the cube. It sounds like something cracks. Before something's broken. Machines aren't supposed to behave like this. The paper is soaked with ink. It's monochrome darkness spanning from margin to...
Odd. Something is obviously broken here.
A single speck of white shines out from the shade. For some, looks like gibberish. This must be the information Sorna is looking for. She knows how. Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft... The filament slides out of its glowing nest.
Hello. Let me know. Sure. Let me... Anything else you're thinking of selling? Another time, perhaps.
Yes, what is it? I see you've talked to them. Good. Drugs are illegal, and I'm...
Wonderful. Now this place is also going to be a drug lab.
His way to deal with this is, at this point, wait. No. You can't say things like that when the lieutenant is present. Say it's a joke.
No, don't mind me. Go on with your little project. I'm sure you can spin it as an undercover op.
Just to be completely clear, I am here to conduct a citizen's investigation. Yes, what is it? Yes? Thanks. Looks like it's the one. Now I'm going to print it out to see what's left of it. I have a theory. Lintel was able to divine the location of the anomaly from this broken code. Watch. What an intricate display of...
The paper starts filling out with ink, soaking it in a gleaming... This is wrong. Machines shouldn't behave like that. Sona doesn't reply. Her hands running over the...
Here. I found it. Hold on. Shh. Just give me a second.
I've never witnessed a programmer work before.
Done. I've got it. I found the location of the anomaly. I found the coordinates.
She's beaming. Great job.
Thank you. There. In the swallow. Think you can help me again? I need you to go move those water bolts for me.
What an interesting proposition.
Figure it out? No. Just walk over to the circle and follow my instructions. Move the third bolt 2 centimeters to the left, and the fourth bolt 5 centimeters to the right.
What? She only wants you to follow in. Yes, but you like moving things around.
Thanks.
It's awfully silent again, as if measurements have been marked down around the bowls. Oh boy, this is going to be good. It moves like a ghost. This task is an insult to your mental skills. Some water spills out of the bowl. The lead programmer sends you time to run back, or maybe walk. This is a sacred place after all.
Yes, what is it? Great. Everything's...
Miss Know-It-All is hesitating.
Yeah, nothing. Now, if we got the location right, we should then be able to hear whatever sound this anomaly makes. Honestly, Honest, I don't know. That's what I'm scared of. I mean, what sound does the nothing make? What if silence is only what surrounds it, but the swallow itself is... Maybe.
Let's think about this logically. Why would nothing be terrifying if it's, well, nothing?
Because it reminds us of death. And yeah, you're right.
The lieutenant, and then nothing happens. As so, you can hear some small animal cross the floor in the chancel. It's that she doesn't talk. Her eyes closed and brow.
Damn it. No, of course not.
Despite her fear, she was hoping for something.
No. No. My hypothesis was wrong. According to this, I should have heard some... But this is just another failure. Silence sounds like silence. You can try on the headphones.
This can't be it. You should have a listen.
Yes, what is it?
Everything disappears. You are draped in silence like a... And then the pressure changes. It feels like flying on an aerostatic. Or when you're... What if the sound you're looking for is too low for you to hear it?
A better sound system? Alright, but...
Suddenly, a rhythmic beat permeates the walls.
They should really allocate some renovation funds to this place.
No. What they really should do is shut down... You mean the speed freaks? Of course. The speed freaks. They have a fantastic sound system. I guess I could live through a week or two of peaceful coexistence. Sure. Let me know how it goes.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Yes? What's the deal? We are grateful, Copman. You're an augury of a new era of Nordic dance music. That's fine. And you haven't changed your mind about our little side bit. All right. It's going to take us a bit to move our stuff inside. A couple of hours, mate.
Yeah, it's all set up, man. Can you already imagine 1,000 people in here? Ecstatic vibrations, totally transcendent. And I've finished setting up the new compressor too. Now the only thing left to do is the name of the club. Will you do the honours, detective?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't build a club, and I wouldn't name it either.
An underground place with no name?
We're not going with anything the Crabman.
Why not? The Crab...
I don't care. I don't like the Crabman, and I don't like his ideas. His ideas are spooky. Next, please.
I don't.
Good. We have too many opinions anyway.
You have? Well, what's the name?
Like that DeLorean word for the world, you mean? Elysium.
But Disco Elysium? Isn't it wacky?
The past is the future, but the future is dead!
No, it's beautiful.
And short. And memorable.
It's settled then. Everyone welcome to Disco Elysium.
Andre breaks into frenzied dance-like motion to celebrate them.
I'm dancing!
That soft core gyrating is supposed to be...
Yes, my man!
Talk? What is there to talk? Audio waves thump against your ribcage. The speaker setup makes everything sound much better. But there's a...
Goodbye.
Close your eyes and dream of the shapes your body should form.
But just imagine the motion.
Puts a grin on your face just to think about it. Even a failed attempt gets the juices flowing and repairs some of the damage done by battles lost. If you up the dose and truly dance, who knows?
Goodbye, officer.
Yes, what is it?
What? What did you say? I can't hear you! The music is too loud!
She shrugs and turns back to her radio computer.
It's true. The drug fiends have made the...
This project is immensely important.
If you're desperate for collaborators now, I suggest you ask your new friends. They seem to have plenty of time for side projects.
They're close. True, hard, full, car. Hardcore, hardcore, internally coherent.
All car.
He furrows his...
Hardcore! Ah!
Is it though?
One mind.
You got us in, cop. I can't believe you got us in.
With wonder in...
Between you and me, I don't know if you've noticed this about me.
Yes, you really came through for the hardcore underground.
Andre is busy cutting some slightly less late cell using her contact mic to listen to a tree underwater. The one with the large head is blasting the dance track. Sire, the tent. 'Twas a security risk. And in here, sanctuary. 'Twas only noble of you.
Okay.
You sure that's a good idea?
Come on, Noid. I think we owe him.
Ourselves right. Guess it would be pretty soft core for me. Yeah, alright. If you're going to sync up, not likely. Scoped that spot a while back. It's shortwave stuff.
Build it ourselves.
Yeah, maybe. Tech-wise, radio's not the spookiest thing around. Our pot...
An antenna hardcore and not...
Maybe not that big, but pretty big. It's a miracle of carpentry. Their bodies carved into total shapes. I don't. Fuck her giving me the evil eye. You defend her, law minion.
Mellow, man, mellow. No one's a mass murderer.
Mass murder on the floor.
No one says Arno Van Eyck is a mass murderer. Likewise, no one says Jermaine Egghead or...
What is caustic, overflowing with negativity. That can't be healthy. What's happening here? Why do you keep coming back to this window? Why do you keep saying that if it isn't making you feel well? Don't come back to this anymore. Stop talking about that damn window.
A mass murderer? Why? Humanism.
And many, many more tons of sugar.
She liked games. Her legacy, the thing we live in, isn't she invented the beauty you're feeling. Seeing her glass cut as an iconography, then you meet it. It's effective like that, but it is also very soft of core, that so-called beauty of hers. In the true life of tomorrow, every woman will be an innocence. They will wear neon headbands and the world's... This Arno van Eyck track is an organ. That's not the life that humans live. She was adored. Humans aren't. I don't know about you, but they loved her. They put... Okay. Sure. They're hardcore. It's just a style, you know.
Yes, what is it?
What? Attack! Oh, the project! It's not going well. There's that guy. I need him to plug a 3.5 cable into the auxiliary input, so... Egghead! He doesn't listen to me! He only ever seems to care about hardcore! Thanks! Maybe you can let me know how it goes!
Vikla, true, hardcore! Hardcore is internally coherent.
Encore!
He furrows.
Hardcore!
The question is, what is the question? But there was a...
Vikla, true, it's hardcore! Skibbity!
Your cop training didn't...
Vikla, true, hard, yeah!
This young man adds a capital, or maybe it's not good for...
The Y to the E to the... Yeah!
He missed one A.
It's nice to be important, but... Vikla, true, hard, yeah!
This young man, or maybe...
You know about...
You know Van Eyck? Oh,
The advert?
Vikla, true, hard, yeah!
This young man, or maybe it...
The Y, yeah!
He missed one.
I'm the hard rhymer, the track attacker, the mic enforcer, the sixth checker. I am the law.
oh, hey man, it's good to see you. He's a quiet man, mostly communicates through... Yes? It's to express...
Is that a bald spot? It's hard to tell for sure, with the fuse to...
All because I'm balding, yes. I want to show my hair. I don't give a fuck how old you think I am. I'm 20, not 20. Of course it is. Otherwise, I'd just be another poor guy with no education and no money. General, maybe it was a bad idea. Anyway. Goodbye.
Yo, man. What's on your mind?
Yes, what is it?
The mother of humanism stands above you.
Vikla, true, hard, it's hardcore. Skibbit.
Your cop train.
Vikla, true, hard, internally coherent.
Encore!
He furrowed.
Hardcore!
Is it though? But is it? I mean, really?
I am the mic enforcer. Vic, true, hard, internally coherent.
Encore!
He furrows.
Hard.
Is it though? But is it? I mean, really? No, but seriously, I'm a bit worried it isn't.
Don't be alarmed. Everything is okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore. What he probably means is...
To the mega! Yeah! I can route it through auxiliary. What kind of a cable does she use? Oh, she uses 3.5. Yeah. The auxiliary lining is 4.5 millimeter. These two don't mix.
Oh no, we're going to be in this church forever.
Don't worry, I have an adapter for it right here. Hang on. This is a 4.5. We're all good, people!
Whoa, thank God. Adapters noticeably degrade the sound quality.
Great! Someone got through to him. Okay, let's...
Everybody! Everybody! Don't panic! I'm going to turn off the Arno for just... The Arno will be back! But we're doing something else for one moment. Alright, go tell her that Egghead is ready to rave to her tunes. And then I'll turn off the music. No nation, but transnation. No war, but class war.
Don't be a lunatic. Of course he isn't. Jermaine here just...
Yeah!
Unless you were thinking Revershaw imperative right now. Anyway, that's fucked up, man. Lying like that. And a cop, too. He's not a communist. It's just something he likes to yell.
Yeah! With the rebel yell! I can do that! If you want that...
Please don't turn him in...
Oh, yeah, sure. This is exactly what we need.
Aye! Oh, sure! I can do that! If you want that...
Please don't turn him into a moralist.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Aye! It's time to compromise! Increment! I'm swiftly moving toward a solution which pleases nobody. Lungs are for love! Love! In a woman's lungs. Lonely as I am, I'm not afraid. This strange, damaged feeling grows on and on. 'Cause I've never loved someone like you before.
A dopamine surge accompanies the words. It feels like electricity flowing down your scalp, dissipated into your neck. Feels good.
All right!
Yes, what is it? Okay, but think you can ask him to turn the boat?
Maximum! Maximum!
I know it is, but could you please...
Pump it to the brick! Pump it to the...
Glue style? Okay, there literally is no other way. The mixing desk is glued to metal.
See? He pumped it to the Hard Master. It's hopeless. Of course it is.
Yeah!
Never mind then. Let's get on with our project. I'm going to
Egghead pumps his hand up in the air, waiting for the beat to drop.
Born ready.
Ready.
I'm ready if you two are detectives.
The lieutenant nods stoically. Not so stoically, his hand moves to the gun holster.
What? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mute disengaged.
No wind outside, no waves. The woman looks around. In the silence, you see dust move. In the silence, a low hum starts creeping up your spine. It's a song inside you, not in the speakers, not in the room. A great bass sigh in the basement of your mind. Slowly, it builds until the air around you starts to vibrate. It's out there now. In the world, it will devour everything. The floorboards, the glass.
Guys, what's going on?
This fragile world.
It's getting louder.
In the basins, the water looks like it's boiling.
Oceana! Mother of Mega!
In his mind, a tidal wave approaching from afar, swallowing entire coastlines on its way. Salvation.
The beauty and the beat!
No, Egg! It's the window!
In the corner of your eye, the lieutenant steps aside.
The window is going to come down. No, the roof!
Cracks appear on the stained glass window.
Come down to us! Love!
Below it, all the bass grows, like the jaw.
That's it. I'm muting it.
Beautiful!
Shit! It doesn't stop. A seal? Have you?
I've turned it off. Andre, pull the compressor.
Fuck! I can't shut it up. The signal's passed. It's
In the mixing desk now. This is it. A great roar. The vault of the roof twists above you. Glass shatters some. But then it stops. Totally and utterly. As if there never was a sound. Only your ears still ring from the shock. Everybody is staring at Egghead, holding a dangling cable in his hand.
Egg.
I pulled the plug. It was getting too hardcore.
You did good, Egg. Most of the place seems to be intact. Fucking hell. Programmer lady, tell me you were recording that.
4 years. 22 people. Millions of reals. All that time? This is what we were up against.
Yeah, but did you record it though? It was...
Yes, Andre. I recorded it. Damn, I need to send some... Thank you all for doing this. Eggman, you too. And you, officer. I don't know what we've discovered.
It was very hard not to. I think you're right. There is something going on here.
I promise, officer. It was mathematical information from the anomaly, presented as a waveform. That's what it... I have no idea.
A voice seems muffled in the silent church. It's your ears.
Yes, our lead designer. And maybe some of the producers too. And
That it wasn't her fault.
they need to hear about this. Don't worry, I won't send the recording. Although I doubt they have the speakers. Stay here. I'm going to stay here with these lunatics. Send letters, maybe meet Sulispov. Also devise further measurements.
I want you to know that's totally chill with us.
I don't care, but thank you anyway. Now, I have a theory to come up with.
Yes, and we have to get back to stabilizing Martinez.
Some tiny hard thing lets go in your stomach. You're still alive.
Yes, what is it? Yes, what is it? Yes, what is it?
Put your hands where I can see them.
Show me your hands. This is the pigs. Show me your hands. Right now! Show me your hands! Right now!
Scavenged, battery-powered police lights protrude from her back. The flickering light show reveals that her hand is trembling from some sort of neurodegenerative disease.
Madame, please drop the firearm immediately.
The man appears to be pulling out an object from his pocket.
Superseding event. Split-second decision. Get on the ground. Subject yourself to a full-body cavity search. Prohibited materials concealed in nostrils.
In her mind, the cavity search is happening.
Be careful, detective.
You have to go for the gun sooner or later. This is dangerous. You're 70% certain you always leave your gun loaded.
Officer in need of assistance!
Ma'am, please. We want to help you, but you need to lower that weapon.
Disturbance reported. Authorized deadly force. Sector, take the...
Big red key. That's code for the battering ram. Cop talk. You know this.
Back up! Back up! Back up! Status unconfirmed!
No. Oh, no. Oh,
There's a scenario unfolding in her.
What's the situation, officer?
Law enforcement compromised! Impersonating a police officer!
Does she not believe you two are actually police officers?
License and registration! License and registration!
It's not a code, just disjointed words.
It's the goddamn police shitbag!
As she waves her hands, you notice familiar-looking ampoules and packets sticking out of the mountain of police gear.
Confiscated contraband! Restricted access! 2 kilos missing!
I don't think she's on drugs. Being off drugs might actually be the problem here.
Alright, here's how we do it. As soon as that gun isn't pointed at you again, you dash right. Then immediately close the distance. No, look how she's holding it. Like it's light in the nose. It must be. That means the gun is empty. No. A strange feeling fills your gut, and suddenly you know the gun is empty. Thinking about it makes you nauseous.
Huh? My God, I think you're right.
God. In your peripheral vision, the lieutenant releases the half-squeezed trigger.
God, I almost blew her head off.
What is this? This isn't police issue. Police weapons. Police guns always have bullets. What is this? Why did you sell me this?
Grab the gun, right now. This might be your only chance.
No one ever cares anymore.
Poor woman. We need to figure out what to do with her now.
Nobody's ever around. Nobody ever comes to visit me.
I don't think there's any need for that. In her current... We could let Titus know. This is a perfect problem for the local peacekeepers to handle. They might even know her family. Then we can ask him once we get back to the whirling. But we have to hurry. But I think we're done here for now.
Please, leave the radio on.
Reflex to what? She stands motionless. Just a heap of clothes. The woman stands slumped. She looks catatonic. Is one of those things a police cab? There were narcotics in there too. You're thinking of taking them. Do. The old woman doesn't react to your touch. She doesn't even flinch as...
Oh, is that yours?
The lieutenant nods. The woman is one of... There were narcotics. You take the file of Pyrrolidon. She didn't consume them. She didn't look high. She
You're taking...
Listen to him, for once.
Thank you. I'm doing this to help you. We need to focus on the case.
He's grateful you did this. Take a longer look at yourself. Metaphor. It's always metaphor. This is more important than you. That's the blood. The engines of fortune. The engines stopped. The West Revacholian industrial base. Filth. This needs environmental action now. Perhaps you could dedicate your life to cleaning it up. But you're a cop. The old woman still sits in The buzz of electric lights blends together.
Yes, I can't really sleep anymore. Only a few hours. My suggestion is, don't. Don't go any older than you already are. That's old enough. What's troubling your mind? Me? No one. Just an old washerwoman. Now it's your turn, Mr. Quite a handle you got there. So many titles. One of them double.
It's getting late and it's snowing. Time to call it a day.
Good night, officer. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
On the table, you see a bowl of water. The water reflects back a vague image. You almost look like a professional. The bed is comforting, if a bit run down. Still, you've earned a rest. The bed underneath you is soft, if lumpy. Waves...
Like a deftly cast fishing net, sleep pulls you out of the world and into its dark shore. The rough mesh chafes.
How have things been going for you out there?
This bastard isn't even...
Because you know you are a murderer. A disco music listening...
Hear that? Iceman wants to sleep. He is much, much worse than that.
We're trying to help you. All these...
The last dream will be total annihilation. Cinders peeling off the fuselage. We won't be there to help you.
Of hell. An ancient sadness.
Everything is so okay. Your eyelids flutter open.
The last thought in your head before waking is, maybe you shouldn't have seen that stained glass window in the church.
Yes?
Hello, hello. Let me...
The bear's eyes are still glowing red. It's guarding over the freezing corpse hidden in... Your arms reach out and your eyes close, as if by their own volition. His face, his cheeks, his nose. The oral cavity is cold and moist. A ball-like tongue attaches itself. The tongue moves freely in the cavity. The mucus of the mouth, can you feel it? You're so a vision of black and dark red death. Pride, you see a hole, barely visible to the human eye. A black trickle of liquid runs. Your index fits right in there. A tight tunnel of flesh opens up. Tissue damage. Wide enough for tooth. Yes, that's what you've seen the drawings. You've studied. The basal ganglia feels clumpy. This man will never sleep. Your fingers slide into the remains. The lieutenant answers with a your fingers are all the way in now. All the muscles in your body harden. Time to enter. Your fingers reach toward his skull. His cerebral cortex, sharp serrated material. The pain is barely noticeable under the adrenaline rush. You pick the sharp metal bullet between your index and middle finger.
Good.
The inside of the head feels cold and smooth, like a glove with a plop. Your hand emerges from the mouth, covered in
a bullet.
The bullet falls in the bag.
A non-calibre rifle. Some kind of brittle alloy. Fractured on impact. Of course, you've earned it. We need to add an item to the injury list. Injury number 4. Oval entry, high velocity. Temporary cavity in brain tissue. Small exit wound on the occiput. How does that sound? Opinion, fatal injury. And one last thing. We should amend injury number 3, ligament mark. I had my doubts. There were no signs of a struggle on his...
His brow furrows, while his eyes glaze over. The lieutenant looks regretful for not
Yes, we should take a closer look at it.
This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it.
Oh, you really do. I am glad to hear you say that. Your room in the Whirling in Rags should come with a bathroom. Be sure to make use of it in the evening. We bag the corpse and carry him to the holding pen of my kinema. I can transport him to processing myself, but I will be gone for the rest of the day. Work on the case. Tend to personal matters. Try not to do anything too dangerous. I'll leave that choice to you. And one more thing. Great work, detective.
The word lingers in the air of the basement. Far away, detective.
After you bag the corpse, Lieutenant Kitsuragi will leave the party until tomorrow morning. You can do side tasks, and even the main case, but it might be more difficult.
All right. I will need a little help carrying him. You...
Hi again, gendarme. Bye-bye, gendarme.
The Coppernado is back. What do you want? What's that, Copper? You want us to help little old ladies now? Yeah. We'll send someone out. Who is? Wait, God. Poor lady. Don't worry. We'll handle this. I think she got some family in Kurong or something. Bastards left her alone when she got sick.
Hey, wasn't Everard's B team looking for her the other day? They said...
Yeah, I think you're right, Gene. She have something of yours, Pig?
Whatever you do, do not admit to these punks you lost your gun. You will suffer if you do. You absolute fool.
You're fucking with me. Your gun.
Sure did, boss. Heard him loud and clear.
Well, at least I can see you got it back. If you have any questions... Auntie LaPlante, we always called her.
Marianne, amigo. Fuck you, Pig. What the fuck you are playing at, huh?
Easy, Al. Don't let him get to you. Have one for Auntie LaPlante, huh?
Don't disrespect Miss LaPlante, Copper. She's good people. We all get a little crazy sometime. Was, like before, just an old lady. Her kids moved away years ago. Never come to visit. Never took her calls. She gets out every now and then. She did right by lots of us.
Us kids? That must... The children kept her together.
Wanted to be a cop, you mean? Well, she...
No fucking clue. It's gotta be the crazy. Who'd want to be a pig? Yeah, you should be.
Whatever, Cole. Don't worry about it. We'll take... Dunno. She lives by the water. Shit washes up all the time on the beach. No problem, old cop man. We take care of our mentally ill here in Martinez. Ain't that right, boys?
Sure enough. We're the real heroes on these streets.
Yeah? What?
Hello, dear. Thank you for doing that, dear.
Her smile is weary.
Morel still isn't feeling well. I convinced him to stay at Gary's to get some rest. I'm afraid the cold has really gotten to him. I'm sorry, dear. You've had to drudge through them so many times.
Her voice is shaky. What is going...
Morel will eventually, or we'll talk Gary into going back out, perhaps. That really is too much, sweetie. Thank you for your dedication, but I can...
Very strange. Why is she not letting me do this? It's like she's given up.
Different? How? I'm in doubt, sweetie. It's, a strange feeling.
And when a police officer asks...
Do you ever wonder if some... Seeing the Insulindian phasmid was just a story I used to tell people. Morel's so proud.
A terrible sting in the heart. Regret.
No, sweetie. There's more to it than that. That I'm some queen of the... But now, we're both getting old, and he's still working himself sick out in those reeds looking for it. But what if I was just wrong? I think I was... a true believer. Sometimes I still see it too. Either way, I should go. Poor Morel is running a fever, and I need to get him home to Jamrock before we overstay our welcome with Gary. Oh no, thank you, but I can get there on my own. This old thing is gas-powered. And then a taxi home. It's not so bad. Oh, sweetie. Please don't get stuck on a dream. Okay? It's...
A sigh. She doesn't think you'll need it.
Likewise, sweetie. Thank you for everything. Truly.
A waste of time. A lie. A fool's hope. Like that, she drives off. The gas engine sputters quietly as she gets to the doors, then pushes them open. Outside, it's snowing. Somewhere out there, a kilometer to the southeast, a gust of wind.
Hey, was there something you needed?
Yes? What is it?
God damn it, you leave her alone. Keep your weird bullshit to yourself.
Can I actually help you with something?
Yes, of course. Preposterous. I mean, you would remember if they were, right? Who forgets their squad mates?
That was pretty good, Harry.
Whoa. How does she know your name? She probably heard it from somewhere. You have to...
Yeah, that was absolute shit, if you want my opinion. Drunken shit. Horrible. Truly horrible. I beg of you, don't ever subject any...
Jean, it's not right. Don't make it worse, and I really liked it.
She actually did.
Yes, I called you by your name. God, everybody knows your name. Please go finish your investigation, so everyone can go home.
Fairweather, T500. Remember that weakness you were looking for in the ceramic armor? Like, maybe it can only stop small, fast projectiles, but a large, slow-moving pry bar would shatter it? Or, if I run an electrical current through it, maybe it will melt. Or, personal favorite, frequency something something radio.
Does Kuno care? Kuno...
The trap is full of locusts, but they seem weak and poor things. A few poor things. The trap is filled with dead and dying locusts. Most of them aren't moving. A poor thing. There's no way the perk is in here, officer. Look how scarred the boards are. Not this time. The opposition is insurmountable, but I like the spirit. Have some points. It's lonely and cold without points. The light vanishes inside the concrete slit. The structure goes deep under the earth. There's no echo. Maybe it's just a storm drain for the sewer. Just dead and dying locusts, and the slow swaying of surrounding reeds. Poor things.
What is it? The swallow, you mean? Great. Thanks.
She's whistling.
Hey there. I've been recording some new audio from all these beams and rafters, but that's not really what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to thank you instead. Yeah, so thanks for getting me and my friends in here. And we even found some new associates, such as they are. Good, I think. Noid is getting a read on the place. I think he finds the carpentry very impressive. Andre's been setting up the compressor and dancing. Egghead's been keeping the party up. He's Sauna, the programmer. She's doing whatever she does behind that radio computer of hers. She doesn't talk to us much, and the crabman hasn't shown himself, thank.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon, I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. Oh? Who? Well, how can I assist you then, officer? You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered? Yes. And will you start an official investigation? Okay. I thank you for sharing that much with me. In any case, you've held up. I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it.
The words bloodbath sound cold in her mouth. They taste of...
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Rivershoal West. I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy. They were dispatched after I relayed the Union's initial offer. A member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric. Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and... Cronell, an Oronese military company. As far as I know, they wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment. The story is, one of them, the Colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was taken out behind the whirling in rat. Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me in. It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once they won't. My only hope is that yours provides a single... If you don't pin this on someone good, and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching.
They would have to. The Union has over 2,000 men.
Have you ever seen a hornet invade a beehive?
The Serai's giant hornet, the world's second largest insect, can kill 40 honeybees a minute while
These men work in tandem using semi and fully automatic firearms. Their armor...
The muzzle loaders need to be reloaded after every 1, 2, or in your case, 3 shots. The automatics every 1 or 2 minutes.
As I said, a bloodbath. Many bleak scenarios have already come true. All we can do is keep the rest from following suit. One single, concrete suspect delivered into civil court. And I'm not much. Their public resume is relatively good. They boast a long list of clients. Saint-Baptiste, Welchman Lorenz, Indra. I wouldn't go as far as to use that term, detective.
It's the expression she objects to?
Yes.
She picked a strange hill to die on. Strike. She's silent.
Paramilitary death squad is a bit rich. But yes, were it up to me, I would have at least vetted them more thoroughly. Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in... If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. Yes, I have.
She's being truthful. She is pressing them as hard as she can.
They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them. They don't have the same respect for the Revershoal Citizens Militia as I do.
Vigilantes. You're a professional officer of the only legitimate authority in Revershoal.
Somehow, I doubt that lecturing them on the legitimate use of force will persuade them. You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
One is obviously the scab leader at the harbor gates. The one chanting the idiotic slogan. The other has a vantage point in a building south of the roundabout. They were keeping tabs on you while you were canvassing the lorry drivers.
That may be so. I still hope you hear.
The situation at the gates is a powder.
That would afford a good vantage point.
Nothing is inaccessible.
I hope I can answer it better. Or he didn't. This is information that the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman last Sunday night. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Some good. Then you've made progress. It's imperative. If you mean did I see him alive? Lely. His service name. A nom de guerre, most likely. One is a man. Corty, they call him. A nickname as well. The other a woman. Phyllis DePaul. He was 40. Or 50. It's hard to say. He was... In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it. Through the injury. Until the executions start. Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress. I'm not trying to reassure you, officer. It's a matter of days, not weeks. I am sorry to have been the bearer of course.
For about half a minute, in silence, she wears fingerless gloves. Her fingernails are cut short and fractured. Her mouth is relaxed.
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the... I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters. Port cities. On the oceans. This is an Oronese map of the waterways. A sailor's tattoo. Quite a few. Red. Then he made his Revachol.
The old world passing by.
I can't. This man was no sailor. And these are no ports. I can... His platoon members? Do what you have to do, Detective Dubois. The sailor's soul would... Is there anything else I can help you with? Of course. Anything to help. I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news.
She's not even asking you anything. It's so easy to...
Weird. Oh no. One of the positive things to... Which isn't to suggest our talks constitute corporate espionage, even if...
The lieutenant might have, but I don't remember you logging anything as anything, Harry.
Sounds like he has you running errands, Detective. A well-established dominance ritual. Here? Oh no. What does that bloated...
It's clear the village has already grown dear to her. Strangely so. Why did she come here?
No, don't tell me. I don't want to know what he has in store for this place. Probably a giant statue of him. Or better yet, his twin brother. Practically the same thing, but makes him seem less like a psychopath. I should be. In my youth, I had a brief dalliance here in Martinez. He was an older man with impossibly broad shoulders. He's probably dead by now. Even his shack is long gone. Yes, I was slumming it with some girlfriends of mine. We had boats and... Not overly so. It's not like this was the only place we visited. Me and my girlfriends from Azon with our shiny boats. Like reavers, we told ourselves we were the worst thing to happen to the coast since the Coalition landed in '08. A youth center with Edgar Clare's statue on top of... Go ahead. Help him. Make it so. I have no power to stop him. First, there won't be a youth center. Whatever he's told you or the resident... A fishery. I've been speaking with Lillian here. She gave me the idea. The infrastructure is all here, and with... Sadly, it's just one of the million things I'll never get round to. I just have to accept that I'll never be the rich candy girl who goes around solving people's problems with money. Yes. I'm sad I'll never have the time to take...
She is more defensive.
Full of ghosts and ancient memories. Has this errand yielded you any... Of course, Detective. Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon, I can feel it. Oh. That's good to know, I guess. Why is it in the sea? That's great. Until then, you should...
Sire, she doth not believe it wasn't you.
Police business. I understand. Anything I can help you with?
The trap is full of locusts, but they seem weak.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
Still here, stuck in this damn jam. Nope, don't smoke. Some of the other drivers do, though. There's still a few around.
Hey, isn't he, like, smoking right now? The smell is it.
Okay, but this is my last one. And it's a bad...
Are you sure you don't already have lung cancer? A colorful display of cigarettes and the bottles wink at you in the light. The smokes too glitter there, in that dark green glass, all in vain. The great flowing river of warmth, wine, alcohol, beer.
Guess not, no. I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health, but I guess you already know that.
Don't ask, don't look, don't do anything here. Just go away. Get back to work.
To work! Shame on you!
Hell no. I'm just an honest scat.
His neck muscles tense up. The veins on his neck bulge. It just has to be said, that was not a convincing line.
Fucking fuck.
You hear a tiny rattle. I'm going to interpret that as a yes. There's a tribunal.
How about you fuck off now, huh? Fucking loincloth.
Loincloth? Now you see, that's not really what a scab would say, is it? Better not to press the issue further, sire. He seems tense. The man's breathing steadies, but...
Don't think so.
Silence. He take...
Fucking loincloths. Really did him in. Yeah.
He's clenching his teeth.
What it means. I can tell you what this one means. Only our colonel is deep in the bush here. Deep in the fucking bush.
Manito is one of the inhabited islands of the Seminese.
He spent a month behind enemy lines, scouting kept villages. Nothing but fucking bugs and snakes for fun.
With some strange emotion. This is about to get really graphic.
Our boy, he's only a captain then, but he knows how these men think. At dawn, he comes upon two kids, breeding in the bushes by the river. Or maybe they weren't breeding. We shot the boy. He was useless, but the girl, she was nigh. She was quite the entertainment. For the week she lasted, expired in the hands of Sarge Mason. The kind of guy who'd make Chief there shit his pants. God. Mason couldn't let go. Cut the tits off her. Drowned in a creek a week later. Spirits my ass.
Something stirs in your stomach.
No, I was somewhere else. That's just a guess as to what this one little star on his belly might mean. I'm just a bouncer. Fucking mask is getting sweaty. I want to take my mask off. But
he's under orders, and orders are orders.
Go ahead. All right, now.
On the photo in your hands, the dead man's skin is studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of...
Honest men and women, with rights, to work, to be useful. We came here to help the harbor. When a butt beats me.
When the man moves around, you perceive some serious abs underneath his tight-fitting shirt. This man is in shape. There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely... His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls held up by a belt. He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to. Silence is the answer. There's something off here, but he won't say what. This is not the cleanest bathtub in the world. That soap scum smell. It smells like life, at least compared to you. The bathtub slowly fills with water. The water is only lukewarm, but still comforting, like amniotic fluid. A few beer cans are bobbing up and down along your flanks, like sad duckies. Now you are alone with your thoughts in the tub. But it's easier than being alone with your fingers grow pale and are covered with tiny whirl. What are you doing? You're not some fat fish in a fucking aquarium. Time to get moving. You see the corpse. You can still smell the cadaver on you. Then, houses along a narrow street. The waterline recedes as you stand. You are cold now. Just an ordinary wall. No. Just an ordinary wall. Just an ordinary wall. Just an ordinary wall. Yeah, why? It's a wall. An ordinary wall. Just an ordinary wall. Nothing. Because you see it, finally. This wall is sublime. Look at it. All the other walls on all the other houses must make a pilgrimage in adoration. Oh, Wall Father. Absolutely. Now Cindy the Scum has a paintbrush. And yes, great thinking. Go talk to her. The aging alcoholic is still there. A lump of flesh is sticking out from, and look, the other foot is camel. Next door, a groan rises from the light from the window is weak, but it seems like he is. His wild, unwashed mane, no response. A pair of his half-open eyes give him the look of a fucking kid. The light from the window is weak, but it seems like he, no response. A pair, his half-open eye. Fucking kid. The pile of blankets, a coronary artery bypass graft. Take out his liver and a change in the genetic makeup wouldn't hurt. Ginger degenerate.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
They just might be. Rough stuff.
Her neurons must be on fire. The heat creating waves and ripples in all she sees. Above all, in her painting.
You really think I need to be high to see the world as art?
To hell with the art part, man. It's all about the high anyway.
What for? Well, if it's for art, but what kind of art are we talking about? Then you have time to find your own fucking brush. There, Piggy. I guess art just isn't really you. 'Cause you suck in life and in everything.
Hello again, officers. Have you come?
They do say.
Hello again, officers. Have you?
They do say the.
Hello again, officers. Have you come?
They do say.
Hello again, officers. Have you...
You don't have the skills to execute something like this in practice. But, oh boy, the idea's going to blow her fucking mind. She squints her eyes.
On fire. I say, sod off. You don't have the technical skills to do that. Didn't we all?
I like your idea. Should have thought of it myself.
Then get your brush.
Oops, my apologies. You're a police officer and a grown-up. Why are you trying to impress her? Maybe try a different approach.
Ooh, police brutality. That's the good stuff. Have you got any kids? But fine, take the brush. I'm all...
You know what you should be able to find in your government-issued vehicle? Red-dyed heavy fuel oil. Are you kidding me? Fuel oil is so much cooler. No way you're disfiguring that beautiful wall with something as pedestrian as...
Officer, care to play a game with the lonely old man? Actually, never mind. Wouldn't be the same. The prick is gone. I can barely believe it. Hell, most likely, he was an absolute cunt. His hungry little heart finally gave out. The dock workers found him in...
Wait, did he push himself to prove he can pull his weight and doesn't need handouts?
Guess he was about to head home. 'Cause when the dock workers... Sometimes I thought he was wearing it just to piss me off. Now the joke's on him.
That means the uniform could still be in the guard booth. Something to keep in mind if you really plan to give yourself to Revachol.
No. René was the most stubborn man in Revachol. Nothing you or I could...
He has doubts. But right now, he just wants to move on.
I repeat, an absolute cunt. Even his whole home, the only people who could stand to be around him. And she never lost sight of it. And I thought if the most beautiful being in the world can love him, we've hated each other our entire lives. Yes, I loved that angry prick. He didn't deserve it, but I did. In Guillaume's time, you'd have been shot without trial. That's what he said to me. He lived a cunt, and he died a cunt. Let's leave it at that. Let me see. This was 60 years ago. We all went to that parade. Young René looked so happy, and Jenny... I'm sorry, officer. I just... Thank you. Thank you for this little memorabilia. It really means the world to me. It is what it is. Part of life, really. But to know someone I just don't know anymore. About anything, really. But you must need something.
Yeah, the janitor who gave me the key to his apartment said the guy's a bit of an asshole. Like I said before, I don't know much about this weasel, but the bossman said he's a real piece.
The file cabinet stands steady as ever, and the drawers. The file cabinet stands steady as ever, and the unlock whatever's hidden here is hidden well. It appears to be a to-do list. Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes. Special whirling ball. All items on the list. Doesn't look too incriminating. but remember, Leah, all items on the drawers. The already familiar cold touch of plastic welcomes you as you... The already familiar cold touch of plastic. Your fingers run over the dial pad. 005. Calling. Still call.
Video Revachol, 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lamy. How may I help you?
The voice of a youngster on the other end sounds as in...
Video Revachol is a 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lamy. No. Sir, I don't know. It's a video rental. Maybe you called to extend your rental period? Do you need to extend your rental period? Let me fire up the machine. Dubois. Here we are. You haven't rented anything in 5 years, but you still have a copy of Blue Ocean Hell from November 46. It's not an easy watch. After the death of his daughter and subsequent... No wonder no one's been missing it. Still, it would be great if you could return it to us. We're on the corner of Voyager and Main.
The call is terminated. The payphone. This is the night watch. Take it. It's just, generally speaking, it would be dishonorable to take it. But then, as you take the colorful uniform, a few cookie crumbs fall to the floor. The door seems...
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Sure, mister. Absolutely. I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes,
The container, it's like some red infection. There appear to be cisterns underneath the Union container covers. Yes, moving from inward.
No, not really. Miss Everett doesn't tell me all the big things. Oh, I don't know, mister. They say it's some chemicals. Most of them have labels on them, I think. Oh, no trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. Yes, I'm like Miss... Actually, a real prick, but I can't listen to the radio.
Stay on this Miss Beaufort topic.
Oh, Lizzie. She is a real sharp tool.
He respects that.
But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this...
For a fraction of a second.
If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she... Dr. Lemaitre said so. And she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost...
Law school? Could she be talking about the Union fixer?
I'm not sure what a fixer is, but she is a real nice girl.
Telling the gardener you know her name might throw her off. Perhaps something to consider later.
Oh, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping... Oh, yes. I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the... It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time. Yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm and... Oh, sure, mister. Sure. You do that. Yes, sir.
Mr. Dubois, the word in Martinez is a certain police officer. I prefer my police officers old-fashioned like that, with a gun. You can do so many... My. She's quite the... Tell me, was it difficult to convince the pigs to give it up? I knew you could handle it. I know my special policeman. Anyway, I'm glad you're all right and armed again, Harry. Now, what can Everard Clare do for you? I don't know what that means, Harry. Shady, you know what? Don't even tell me. Whatever it is, do...
He sincerely has no idea what you were talking about. Rusting control panel. The crane does not return to its original position. No screech of metal when you put... The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence. The mention of mañana gets his attention. They're friends. The man says a couple of sentences. I'm pretty sure he asked you. He doesn't know your language. You can just say something cool in return.
Horse need more vodka?
Of course, vodka. Now that turning it up seems like a dangerous idea. Honestly, the place is a powder keg. He smiles, nodding vigorously, then pours half a bottle of vodka into the pot. With a whistle, he stirs the brew. He smiles and nods enthusiastically and, chattering away in his language,